All right. Hello. I'm here with Melanie Spatola, and we're going to learn firsthand about her experience and awakening journey through fear to living on purpose. So, Melanie, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where do you live? What do you do? Just give me a general sense.
Sure. I live in Denver. I live downtown right now, but I grew up just outside of Denver, so I'm a native. I work for a technical support company in virtualization. And let's see, I'm back here after a year. I had done this for 7 years before and took off to California to live on a farm and try marketing and just dabble in some other things. And now I'm back where my passion is in support.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. And how did you meet or hear about Mike Valentine? What piqued your curiosity about making the shift to purpose?
So I've heard about him for a few years from different friends. So he's my ex-husband, who's also my best friend. His best friend, Townsend, is very close with him. And a few people have been doing one-on-one coaching and sharing that experience with me. And I would say when I made the decision to do this was really because I heard he was having a workshop. And I liked the idea of doing this kind of coaching with a group of people. That's just kind of something that attracted me to it. And I also met him on a video chat that he was doing with one of my friends when I was visiting in Texas. So those two things together I made the decision to email him and join.
Take the jump.
Yep.
Great.
Felt ready.
Yeah. What was your initial reason? Was there a particular subject or area of your life that you wanted to change?
I think I was interested in how it transformed my friends. And, you know, they're all successful people and were doing great before, but there just seemed to be something different about them and how they navigated through their lives. And I wanted to understand what that was. And in talking to Mike, you really don't get it until you get it, until you go through it yourself.
Yeah.
Right. The self-exploration. And I was interested in trying that, but I had no idea it would be so incredible for me.
That's great. Can you describe how incredible it was, what it was like?
Yeah. So I know in some of his videos recently, and he says it quite a bit, is it's really stuff you know about yourself already. And then when you hear other people kind of talk about workshops like this, or you see people throw out motivational quotes and motivational this, motivational that, you're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then you walk away and you really don't do anything with that information, right? But with Mike, he helps you build out those cards and learn about your critical self. And again, you see it and you're like, yeah, I totally know all these things about myself, but there's something about the way that we go through the process, the way that we build the cards, and then using those daily as part of our practice that makes it less powerful in our lives. And I'm able to do the shift to living on purpose fairly quickly now. Like even like silly interaction, something will come out of my mouth and I'll say, that's not very on purpose, Melanie.
Oh, that's great. So you have the tools to kind of catch yourself.
Exactly. It's the tools that have been really profound for me.
Well, can you remember or share with us when there was a profound moment of insight, awakening, or transformation? Can you remember vividly a moment like that?
So the first day of the workshop, when we come in, he has us do homework, just for the rest of the folks that may not know, is to go back through your history as far back as you can remember and start journaling about experiences that are significant in your life, but to pay particular attention to where you felt fear, or mainly fear, and to really unpack those. So that's really important homework to do, to come that first day with as much of those memories as you can share. And they're very detailed, right? So you look at what you were feeling, where you were, who else was there, how you felt about them. And I didn't know what I was going to do with that information. So then that first day, we went through the exercise of understanding the language that we learned, or those behaviors and habits, not even that far yet, just the language that we learned to tell ourselves based on our own personal experiences. And it was a lot for me because I got quite a bit out, and it was pretty emotional, like the first day. And I remember Mike saying, "Okay, go home and drink a lot of water, relax, we'll see you tomorrow," and just decompress. So I was expecting to feel a lot of things and experience something when I got home. But even on my drive home, experienced nothing. Like, it was completely, for the first time in a long time that I could ever remember, my head was empty. There weren't voices and thoughts racing through, or obsessions, or anything that I would usually do when I'm driving. I want to check my phone, just different things like that. I just felt quiet. And the next day, when I told him about that, he said, that's peace. That's part of what we're searching for in this journey. So, like, immediately the first day, by purging all of those critical self, all that language right away, immediately felt free.
Wow. That's amazing. Just on the first day.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're all searching for that silence, just our thoughts to slow down or calm down, so that's great. And so now, how would you say living on purpose, the practices and working with Mike have reshaped your character? What were you like before, and what is different now?
I no longer commit little acts of terrorism in relationships, any kind of relationship. And I worry less about what I'm getting from someone else, right? The expectations are easy to remove when you're living on purpose. It's, I'm here to share my gift, and one of my gifts is love. And I'm not worried about that coming back at all. Like, it just does anyways. And then in my career, I work in tech support, but we're actually in the escalation part of it. So we see the bloodiest of the bloody situations here sometimes, and everything's really heated. People can be losing money, or production down situations. There can be a lot of high emotions, anger, stress, anxiety, just coming from me from all angles. And it's easy to use the tool. Sometimes I'm not perfectly living on purpose, don't get me wrong, but it's easy to take that and kind of ingest it, but then push it back out with better energy than it came in with from myself. Wow.
And I'm sure it impacts the other person on the other side who's, having that.
Yeah, I hope so. And it's definitely less anxiety for me.
Yeah. That's what you need. So what new openings for action do you see in your relationships, work? I know we just spoke a little bit about that. Health or finances when you look through your life on purpose?
Oh, gosh. I mean, all of them are top of mind. So, like, we do the 10-year vision, which is a really great exercise at the very end of the workshop. And you can be as detailed as you want in it. And I would have to say already, not even since July, so like 3-4 months, a big piece of that 10-year vision has already come to light, something that I had detailed. And I guess I'll share what that is. I had a desire to live downtown near the train tracks, like somehow own something downtown, since I grew up there. My dad retired from the railroad, so I have this romantic connection to the trains and the railroads downtown. So that was in my 10-year vision, that I was living somewhere near the trains or somewhere in downtown. And then I have found an opportunity, and it was pretty quick, but there was one single condo building being built right next to Union Station. It's the only one in Denver. And I had seen a posting of it at my current building where I'm renting. And I started going to the meetings, and I really didn't have a lot of savings yet, and I wasn't ready. My plan was to buy the following year, but I started looking at my finances and looking at options on how I could do it when that build is done, which is in a year. So, and I also was in the lotto system, which was less of a lotto system and more of a hand picking system that they did for folks that are buying there. Of course, I was going for a studio, so they went faster, and I was selected for one of the studios. They sold out in the first round, and I put my earnest money down. I'm pre-approved for a loan, and I have a year to continue to save for the rest of the down payment because it won't be done for another year. And I honestly can't tell you that I planned that out, or I just kind of flowed with it. That opportunity arose. It fit into my 10-year vision without me remembering that it did. And then I met with Mike. I'm like, wow. I just got a condo. I just put a down payment on a condo exactly where I want to live, like even more perfect. It connected to Union Station. And there's a lot of other pieces of the 10-year vision that are starting to already show up. Again, it's putting that intention out there, I think. Yeah. And it was less about building lists and planning, and I'm sure that's part of it, especially with financial stuff. But it's coming from me. Like, it's just flowing from me.
Wow, congratulations. That's amazing.
I'm so excited.
Oh, that's great.
It's a small studio. It's going to be great.
Yeah, that's so nice. Oh. All right. So what's next? What will the next level of living on purpose bring for you? So let me know, in a way of service, exploration, and adventure.
So I have, I think it's mainly just moving forward with my life. I love where I work, so I'm very lucky. I feel very blessed with my company and my team, and kind of discovering what I can do next, because we have a lot of exciting things going on at my company and how I can get involved with that. I've always liked the technology here. And then also I'd like to travel more. So I've already booked. I met a really great friend recently, and her and I have planned several trips. We're going to go to Paris next year. We've already booked it. And we're going to the Grand Canyon next weekend. So I kind of found my travel buddy. And it didn't have to be a relationship, which is kind of cool. It's a friendship.
That's great. Yeah, I just met a girl last weekend, and same thing. We're going to be travel buddies. So
it's awesome. Really nice. Yeah, and I was like, I used to have this expectation or fantasy in my head where I wanted it to be like a guy, or my next relationship. That's really difficult to predict. When you're going to meet the person that you want to spend significant time with. And I think finding it in these friendships. I've met several new girls in the past couple months living downtown, and we all just fit together. So it's kind of like a tribe that we're building, like a little family.
Girl power.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Okay. Well, Melanie, thank you for taking the time to share your experience of living on purpose. If there's anything else you'd like to work on with Mike Valentine, is there anything else?
There is.
Yeah?
There will be, yeah.
Okay.
I always like to reach out to him when I have questions or need help with even simple things like understanding what intention I'm trying to set. He just has this great way of rephrasing things for me and helping me have that light bulb come on.
And letting us get back into the present moment. I think
Absolutely.
that's really powerful.
Yeah. That's what's great about him is he's available, by text or a call, or, he's always available for a quick one-off whenever we need him. But the tools are also there too. So go for the tools first.
Yeah. And he's building them more and more, all of the worksheets. I know we have the butt reduction, the red dot worksheet. So yeah, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Melanie.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice
chatting with you.
Yeah.